What I love in the name of Lias white What a Lia ye kafadi ko game me
Education. Okay, so yeah, you could do that. Combine BC activities, BC with any organizations, do a combination of them. So some of the possible constraints or difficulties that your BC can face. Funds, yes, we already talked about this. Like I said, you do not have to start so big. Maybe you can ask the JA's parents to probably pitch in, and maybe if you're organizing a dinner, they can probably bring something to eat, like a potluck, or bring a fish. And manpower, like people, if you don't want. Okay, I'll just talk about this and then probably can talk further ahead in my next few slides. So some of these things could be restricting you or able to help. So money, manpower, people, lack of support together, and benefits. So
that will be my presentation.
Sorry?
That will be my presentation.
Yeah. So Arif will be talking further.
Yeah, here, I'll make
Okay, can I add one? Something to do with helping reduce reduce the problem of population explosion. So we can do women empowerment or girls empowerment, young girls empowerment, and then we can have different activities in each country. For example, to educate women or anything. But the goal is actually to help reduce population explosion.
It's not a problem. It's like every country, and it brings in the political agenda of each country as well. So we need to stay to the guide of our mission. So our mission is peace and coexistence. I know it's an important issue.
Some of the need children, I mean the special children are needed special care. So sometimes BC Sri Lanka will not be able to cater the fullest to the children which we have. But the other BCs can support us on the things that which we don't have. On the other way around also we can support them.
The only trouble is like first world
From one
countries.
country, they will support another one.
If it is necessary.
The only trouble is like a lot
If it is
of
required,
first
they
world
can
countries
support.
have government agencies.
Yeah, a problem with that, like especially like in Hawaii, is there's just so many insurance problems with that. Like I know especially like for Punahou, a lot of kids wanted to do that, but when we tried, there was just so many legal barriers that you had to go through that it would take like, you had to go through training that would like 6 months of training, and then you had to like take a test. And so like our proposed timeline, just to do it in 1 year, it wouldn't be like very plausible.
I want to add something to Deshan's idea that we can connect special needed children all around the world. I mean, we can have a network within them. We can create that. Then sometimes that may be a good thing for them because they have someone like them. Then they have some friends all around the world. It may be a good idea, I should say.
What do you think the actual aim though of BCIO is? Because I personally view it as an international relations organisation. I mean, like, there's lots of environmental groups, so doing an environmental one, while it's achieving something good, personally I think, like, lots of organisations already doing that. What is unique about BCIO? What's its aim? What's its purpose? How does it differ from other organisations? Can we discuss that first? Then that will tell us what will be a good common
It should be
activity.
some sort of culture shift.
Okay. And there are the team leaders. So we did 3 common activities in 2010 to 2011. Free market, minor diameters, mud flaps. Recycle project experience. Next, I will pass to Moe to explain about free market.
Hello, I'm Moy. I'm gonna explain flea market. We Village Club Japan have participated in a free market held in the Pavilion Plaza in front of the TNC Broadcasting Hall on November 14, 2010 as the first common activity under the main theme of environment. The purpose of this activity is to develop and use reusing concept in our daily life. In Japan, people often throw away a lot of things that they can still use due to the socio-economic system of mass production and mass consumption. This situation is a big cause of Japan's environmental problem. For example, carbon dioxide and hazardous substance emissions caused by waste incinerations, new land development for lack of landfill space, followed by deforestation. This progress has negative impact on not only Japanese society, but also global environment. Therefore, in order to consider these issues and learn how much we waste in our daily life, we 14 members participated in this event. In this free market, we saw second-hand clothes and Asian goods collected from each member. Most items were sold, especially children's wear were sold well. As a result, Rich Club Japan market booth ended with a great success. Sales was 12,320 yen, and profit was used to learn other BCJ activities. It was a great achievement that we could realize the importance of things and learn environmental issues of our society through this activity. Thank you for listening.
Next, Chinatsu and me talk about my rail metal recycle project.
Hello, now I'm going to explain rail metal recycle project. Rail metals are essential for the production of electronic equipment, and the world's rail metal production is so small. Japan is a large consumer of rail metals because we produce and consume a large number of electronic products. Mobile phone is a good example of this. As the average mobile phone ownership per person is more than 1. However, Japan is totally dependent on rail metal import, being difficult to secure these materials. In fact, it has a strong influence on global environment. The environmental effect of mining in the rail metals exporting country has been deforestation and marine pollution. Now, do you know how many rail metals are used to produce one mobile phone? The answer is 14. The more compact electronic products are, the longer number of minor metals is used to produce, but many diameters of used compact electronic products are losing at recycling operation. Instead, kept at home or ended up in the garbage. In fact, the amount of the rare metals that is realized as garbage is more 10% of the deposit of all over the world. If we recycle them, it would be possible to protect global environment. So BCJ joined the society experiment, which works with Fukuoka City, Kitakyushu City, and the electronic company Sony.
As the first activity, we joined the environmental event at Fukuoka City, 24th October 2010. We learned many things about environment through games and quiz. Even more, the coordinator of Fukuoka City explained us about the collection project of small electronic products. At the next monthly meeting of December 2010, we learned about environmental issues of other countries and shared purpose of the project. Knowing about the fact the outbreak of environmental issues in France's country by mining real metals made us sad, but thanks to the fact we could be more positive toward this activity. Next, we made a promoting paper about the project and appealed to APCC volunteers and host families by showing on APCC website's top page. The first activity of 2011 was to appeal this project in mission projects, gathering 3,000 people like participants and families. The collection period was from 2010 December 19th to 2011 May 3rd. We collected a number of small electronic products by May 3rd. We collected
First, in the mud frog, and after this practice, we began to play a mud frog ski game called scatter ski. Losers in this game fell into muddy water. This was the first time for all of us to experience the mud frog, so it was very refreshing. So through this activity, we have learned how important and enjoyable the mud flat environment is to us. So we would like to engage in eco-friendly activities, even little things around us.
That's all for our Dress Club Japan's common activity.
Sometimes when we have construction going on, especially on streets and all, we get attachment by involving ourselves in this construction. So these are some of the beneficiaries to whom we have spoken.